When the year-end bonus was given out, I received 8 million. The boss said I was getting too much, and it wasn't good for team unity. So he had the finance department add a little more and changed it to 800 yuan. At the annual company party, everyone was laughing at me. Little Wang, for the greater good of the company. You have no objection to taking the lead on the pay cut and bonus adjustment, right? But I actually laughed out loud. And I readily agreed to the boss's request. Of course, I have no problem. They just didn't know that the company's biggest client is my aunt. Just yesterday, the company was about to hand out year-end bonuses. The general manager called me in for a talk. Little Wang, for this pay cut, the higher-ups want you to set an example. Your salary is the highest on your team, and your colleagues are complaining a lot. It's not good for unity. I snapped back to reality and questioned him. When did the company make salaries public? Aren't we forbidden from discussing pay? How would the other colleagues know about the salary differences? Well, you can't hide the truth forever. The leadership reallocated your year-end bonus to the newcomer. Little Lu is young and needs more encouragement to grow faster. I only thought about it for 3 seconds before replying cheerfully. Old Luo didn't expect me to be so agreeable. Good, you're really starting to see the bigger picture. I have high hopes for you. How ridiculous. I worked my butt off for a year, especially when we were rushing to meet project deadlines. I was practically working 24/7 on the project, fueled by Red Bull. At the end of the year, not only was there no reward, I was also punished. When I got back to my desk, Lu Ran was actually sitting in my seat, and all my other things were gone. Brother Wang, I get cold easily. The air conditioning at that old desk wasn't strong enough. I asked Boss Luo to let me sit here, so we can swap. You don't mind, do you? I asked him calmly. Where are my things? He said, oh, Brother Wang, if you're angry, I can just switch back. All your things are over at my old desk. Nothing is missing. I glanced at the team members around me. Usually, they'd all be laughing and joking around me, but now they all had their heads down, pretending to be busy. No need, if you like the seat so much, you can have it. The team leader approved it, after all. After tossing that line out, I sat down at Lu Ran's old desk. But Lu Ran followed up on my words, saying, really? Brother Wang. Starting today, our team is implementing a rotating team leader system. And from today, little Lu is the new team leader. The responsibility for that project will be transferred to him as well. You've been busy for a year. It's time for you to take a break. Everyone was stunned by the news. The office fell silent instantly. I was the first to start clapping. Congratulations, team leader Lu. From now on, lead us to create new glories. Afterward, applause gradually started to break out around me. After manager Zhang left, I turned and walked to the stairwell. I dialed the client's number. Auntie, that payment for our company, don't transfer it just yet. The boss says too much money is bad for unity. Are you being bullied at your company? I told you a long time ago to come back to our family company and enjoy being the client. But you didn't listen and insisted on going to a vendor company to do that thankless tech job. I bet you regret it now. Hurry back and help me manage this huge mess. I have regrets, but it's not time to leave just yet. They only cut my salary and suddenly eliminated my team leader position. The entire year-end bonus was given to Lu Ran. There's only one truth behind all of this. They want to force me to resign without paying a single cent in severance. The real estate market has been in a slump recently, and the construction industry has been hit hard too. Life in the design industry gets tougher every day. I've seen plenty of it over my years at design firms. It's a common tactic for unscrupulous bosses to lay people off. They don't offer the standard N+1 severance pay. Instead, they cut your salary, sometimes down to just the base pay, while piling on the workload. They force you onto a 997 schedule, trying to make you quit on your own. That way, they don't have to pay a cent in compensation. After all, you're the one who couldn't handle it and chose to leave. Our company has used this method to force out many key employees. Our firm is considered a well-known architecture studio, but business has shrunk to only providing follow-up services for a few old projects. When business development falters, the company transfers the operational pressure directly onto the production staff, calling it everyone's a manager for the sake of appearances. Back then, as a team leader, I was also shouldering the pressure of several million in contracts. My dad saw how exhausted I was from running around, so he had my aunt commission our company for the design of a new hotel for her international 5-star hotel chain. The total design fee was 10 million. Therefore, my company's biggest client right now is actually my family's business. According to the contract, this is the first year of our collaboration, so they don't need to pay back such a large portion by year end. In fact, with the industry's unspoken rules, it's common for payments to be delayed for years. But my aunt was worried I wouldn't get my year-end bonus, so she specifically instructed her finance department to pay our company half of the design fee in advance. I'm usually very low-key at work. I just focus on my designs and site visits. They have no idea about my relationship with the client company. After confirming the client would be making the payment tomorrow, the outstanding leadership team, fearing that I, the project lead, would get the biggest share of the bonus, swiftly removed me from my position. Too bad for them. The person they're trying to lay off this time happens to be the company's financial lifeline. Even if they were to lay me off with legal compensation, I wouldn't necessarily be against it. But to use such dirty tricks, as a veteran employee of 8 years, I will never accept this. It was almost noon, so I took my time and went to the mall downstairs for lunch. I came back and took a nap in my car. At exactly 2 p.m., I walked into the office right on time. My desk was still where Lu Ran had just moved it. A complete mess. I glanced at it, grabbed some tissues, and headed to the restroom. When Lu Ran saw me, it was like she'd seen her savior. Director Wang Luo, the revised design drawings for the hotel's executive building. Send me the revised files. The client's project manager is hounding us. We'll talk later. I'm going for a smoke first. I threw that line at her and went straight to the fire escape. I played a round of a duo game, then binged a show for a bit. My legs were getting a little numb from squatting, so I decided to stand up. Suddenly, I heard Lu Ran's pig-like squeal shouting from the doorway. Wang Luo, did you fall into a hole? I called you more than 10 times and you didn't pick up. The client is demanding it. Didn't you hear me? After she'd been roaring for a while, I slowly walked out. Oh, my phone was accidentally on Do Not Disturb. Had some things to take care of today. He used to always make up excuses about having diarrhea whenever he wanted to slack off. I learned that trick from him. Stop chattering and get to work on the design. I can't. My computer isn't even connected yet. How am I supposed to do any work? Go use my computer. Xiao Ding, you help him get his computer connected. No way. I'm not used to other people's computers. If I don't want to draw, I won't. Xiao Ding, you optimize this drawing. I refuse to believe that this company can't function without him. My previous designs have been rejected several times. This project manager comes from a professional background. He's picky and not easy to fool. No one can satisfy him except for Wang Luo. But it's just a design optimization, right? This is so much simpler than when I was putting together my portfolio for my overseas applications. I'll do it myself. Yeah, with a talented overseas returnee like team leader Lu handling it herself, she's sure to blow the client away. Which button is it to copy a shape? We all used Apple systems overseas. I'm just not used to this kind of old-fashioned system. Alright, whatever makes you happy. Maybe you should get the client to switch to the same system as you, too. Lu Ran struggled with it for a long time, but it seemed like she just couldn't get it right. She pulled Xiao Ding over to sit next to her, then just told him what to do to make the changes. The two of them fumbled with it all afternoon and still couldn't get it right. Meanwhile, Lu Ran was already on the phone, sweetly apologizing to the client's project manager for the nth time. Manager Wang, I'm so sorry. We've just run into a teeny tiny little hiccup with the schedule. At 5:29 p.m., I was standing right in front of the time clock, ready to go. The second it hit 5:30, I clocked out with facial recognition and vanished from the office. But I didn't expect that just as I was driving out of the parking lot, I'd get a call from Director Zhang. Wang Luo, everyone else is busy with the revisions. Where the hell are you going? The client has been on our case all afternoon. Are you deaf or blind? Get back here and work overtime, now. We need that design done before 12 a.m. tonight. Huh? The client didn't ask for me. Besides, with team leader Lu on the case, she'll have them eating out of the palm of her hand. I figured I shouldn't get in the way. So I'm heading home first. She's new to the role, anyway. She doesn't know the client's preferences like you do. Get back here, now. That's a direct order. Or do you not want your year-end bonus anymore? A year-end bonus? Didn't you already give it all to Lu Ran? In that case, she can work my overtime for me, too. I casually switched my phone to Do Not Disturb and went to have a nice dinner with my friends. Life without overtime really is a beautiful thing. For work, I can't even remember the last time I had a proper get-together with my friends. For the past year, I've been leaving the office around 9 or 10 o'clock almost every single day. Pulling all-nighters is a common occurrence. The executives think our performance is bad, because our workloads aren't saturated enough. But the sharp decline in business volume isn't the employee's fault. The business department doesn't go out and expand the market, but instead, they blame the production department for not having enough to do. The next day at 9 a.m., I clocked in for work right on time. When I walked into the office, my teammates were all asleep at their desks. The moment they saw me, Xiao Ding rushed towards me as if he'd seen his savior, Brother Wang. You're finally here, Red Bull? Red Bull, we couldn't reach you at all last night. Here, have a Red Bull. We were about to lose our minds. The client just won't approve it. Manager Zhang is making us all work overtime and not letting us go home. I looked at them and thought about the countless days and nights we had once fought side by side, conquering one project after another. But yesterday, when I was removed from my post, not a single person stood up to say a word for me. Or even offer a single word of comfort. It's not easy to find a job these days. I get it, but that doesn't mean I'm not hurt by it. Team leader Lu is a top-tier talent recruited from overseas. With him on the case, I'm sure it'll be a piece of cake. Of course, when I'm in charge, it's a guaranteed success. Why else would I be the team leader? The incompetent ones can only do the grunt work. Lu Ran strode in, looking triumphant. A complete change from the frazzled mess he was yesterday while revising the proposal. He didn't look like he'd pulled an all-nighter at all. Up close, he was practically glowing and looked even better than usual. See, little Wang, I told you young people are more capable, with fresh ideas. You thought the client would never approve the plan without your drawings. I bet you didn't see this coming, huh? Little Lu here sorted things out with the client overnight. I was a bit surprised. Last night, the client's project manager, Mr. Lu, called me late at night to ask why our company had suddenly replaced the project lead. I told him the truth at the time, and he said that if this affected the project, he would hold our company legally responsible. This Mr. Lu has always been a very responsible person. There's no way he'd be so easily persuaded to change his mind. To my surprise, Manager Zhang then added, "You guys keep working on it today." Little Lu already came to an agreement with the client yesterday. We can submit the drawings by 12 o'clock tonight. Wang Luo, I've already had someone set up a computer for you. So now you have no excuse not to revise the drawings, right? Sure, I'll be sure to work on them diligently during office hours. That's the right attitude to have. As long as the client is satisfied. And once their payment comes in this afternoon, I'll have the finance department add a few hundred yuan to your year-end bonus. Seeing that I had caved, Manager Zhang and Lu Ran left, chatting and laughing. Before he left, Lu even shot a look at Little Ding, telling him to keep an eye on me. Once they were gone, I casually turned on the computer. Then I took out my phone and started watching a show while eating my beef noodle soup. I took my time slurping down the whole bowl of noodles. Only half an hour went by. I glanced over at Little Ding, who looked like he was constipated. Brother Wang, are you almost done eating? The client seems to be rushing us in the group chat again. Could you? I pulled out my phone to show him. See? Nothing. Don't worry, the group chat is completely quiet. Brother Wang, team leader Lu, he created a new project work group. And I'm not in it. I guess this project doesn't require my input. I'm heading to the bathroom. I picked up my empty takeout box and walked toward the restroom. First, I got paid to take a dump. Then, I went to find the pretty lady at the front desk. I spent ages gossiping with her about celebrity news. Wang Luo, the client is raising hell. What are you doing? How much longer until those drawings are finished? Wang Luo, have you decided to rebel against me? Acting all high and mighty just because you've got a little bit of skill. You're not even working. If you want this job, then do it. If you can't, then pack your stuff and get out. Fine by me. I have an open-ended contract. Wire the 2N severance pay to my account today, and I, Wang Luo, will be out of here in a flash. HMPH, you wish. 2N severance? The company is already being generous by not holding you accountable for your irresponsibility. We're already being more than fair. Look, Wang Luo, the company can afford to drag this out. But can you? The architecture industry is a small world. If you make things this ugly, it looks like you want to get blacklisted from the industry forever. Even though I had prepared myself, I was still trembling with cold fury. For years, I've worked conscientiously, landing so many projects for this company, generating so much revenue, and all just so his crony can move up. To just treat people like they're dirt, trample all over them, and then threaten to ruin their careers. Well then, why don't you just try and see how you'll blacklist me? Manager Zhang, we have a problem. The client is refusing to make the payment. They say they're not satisfied with our service. Ha 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 ha, whether they pay or not, there's nothing in it for you. Don't be so quick to gloat. To be honest, the reason I stayed here, putting up with all of this, is my own fault for being naive. I had just graduated, and, full of passion and dreams about architectural design, I joined this well-known firm. I thought I could become a top designer in the industry, and I ended up staying for 8 years. The company wasn't this inhumane at first. Then the industry went into a recession, performance dropped, and after a new partner came in, things got more and more out of hand. The boss wouldn't even come to the office during the day, but at 10 o'clock at night, he would show up on the dot, phone in hand, to patrol the office and post photos in the group chat. He'd point out which department's lights were off and publicly shame the empty workstations. Anyone who pulled an all-nighter would be rewarded with a company-wide shout-out. But you'd only be allowed to take half a day off the next day. After all, you'd just be idle at home anyway, right? Your family? Who cares about that? If the company didn't provide for you, you wouldn't even have a family. In such a bizarre environment, if it wasn't for this particular project, and my own sense of responsibility, to see the hotel I personally designed through to completion, I would have left long ago. After the fight, I returned to my desk to the sound of hushed discussions around me. So, once the year-end bonus hits, where are we going for a celebratory dinner? Before long, a roar erupted from Manager Zhang's office. Bonus? What bonus? There's not even enough in our accounts to cover this month's salaries. His voice was so loud that the entire open plan office could hear him loud and clear. Anxious expressions crept onto everyone's faces. 2 minutes later, Manager Zhang called me, Lao Luo, and Lu Zai into his office. As soon as I walked in, he slammed his cup down hard on the desk. Wang Luo, it's all because you disregarded the big picture. Now the client is extremely dissatisfied. It's gotten so serious that it's affecting their payment. You tell me what we should do about it. If this holds up the year-end bonuses, you'll be the one explaining it to the entire company. What does that have to do with me? I'm not the person in charge of the project, nor am I responsible for client accounts. What is there for me to explain? Most importantly, I'm not getting a single cent of the year-end bonus anyway. What do I have to be afraid of? Fine. Lao Luo, you're their manager. You tell me, why is the project stalling? But didn't we say yesterday that the client was taken care of? Manager Zhang, there's nothing I can do either. Last night, Xiao Lu treated their vice president to the whole package, a nice dinner, drinks, karaoke. It took a lot of effort, but we finally got him in a good mood and he agreed to postpone the deadline for the blueprints. But who knew Wang Luo would refuse to change the plan? That VP has other leaders above him, you know. Of course they'd get angry if the project was delayed. Lao Luo was shifting all the responsibility onto me. He didn't mention a single thing about the problems with the current project lead, Lu Ran. Lu Ran nodded and added, oh, right. Wang Luo was the one who brought in this project in the first place. He's responsible for collecting the payment. Director Zhang seemed to have only just remembered this. Little Wang, I was too hot-headed just now. It's because the client has been putting a lot of pressure on me. Don't take it personally. Ha 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 ha. Looking at her face, full of wrinkles, made me sick to my stomach. Having me handle so many collections by myself isn't good for team unity. I think we should share the responsibility with everyone. What did you say? The faces of Director Zhang and old Luo turned as black as soot. After saying that, I just walked away. They started cursing and throwing a fit. Wang Luo, you bastard. How dare you speak to me like that? Later, I saw Director Zhang dragging old Luo with him as he stormed off to the client's office. My aunt messaged me at noon to take credit, saying that when they went to visit, they weren't even allowed upstairs. They were left waiting in the lobby for the entire afternoon, and in the end, they didn't even get to see her. Forget about getting the money. I was satisfied. I clocked out on time and went home, thinking that after we'd burned our bridges so completely, they wouldn't come looking for me again. But I had underestimated just how shameless people can be. That evening, Director Zhang actually brought Lu Dian and came all the way to my house to see me. Wang Luo, I'm sorry. Please, just consider this me begging you. Go and help us collect the payment. It's the New Year's holiday, after all. Or maybe you could act as a go-between, talk to someone so we can get a meeting with the CEO. I'll go and beg him in person. After Director Zhang finished his shameless plea, he gestured for Lu to apologize to me again. Sorry, Brother Wang, he said in a flat, indifferent tone. I'm sorry, Director Zhang. I'm just an ordinary employee. I really can't shoulder such a huge responsibility. You should find someone more qualified. Once you resolve this issue, I'll restore your position as team leader, okay? And you can continue to be in charge of this project, Director Zhang said, stopping me from closing the door. He laid out what he thought were tempting terms. He really thought I cared that much about this crappy position. That won't be necessary. You should save this blessing for your niece. I'm afraid that once this crisis is over, you'll just demote me again. All this up and down is just too much trouble. After I said that, I slammed the door shut. As expected, the sound of shouting and cursing started up again from outside my door. Wang Luo, you can pack your things and get out tomorrow. The next day, I still showed up and clocked in right on time. To my surprise, my card wouldn't scan. Wang Luo, you've been fired. Here's your notice and your things. Take them and get out. If you ever show your face in this office again, we'll treat it as theft of trade secrets. But if you get on your knees and beg me, maybe I'll consider putting in a good word for you. And let you stay. I took out my phone and turned on the camera. Great, say that one more time. Why should I say it again? If you want to file for arbitration, go right ahead. You've got no connections. How could you possibly win against the company? I recorded that part, too. This baffling confidence of his, despite not knowing the law. Where does it come from? Wang Luo, you'd better just sign the agreement. Right now, not a single penny has been collected, so the company doesn't have any money to give you for severance. Staying here and not leaving will only affect you. We'll part on good terms after the new year. It'll be better for your career in the long run. It's a small world, and we're bound to see each other again. I don't think you realize how hard it is to find a job out there in this economy. If the company says a few bad things about you during a background check, you'll be out of a job for life. I didn't waste any more words on him and directly refused to sign. I grabbed my box, walked out the door, and went straight to arbitration. Since the evidence I provided was solid, the arbitration committee quickly accepted my case. Fortunately, after 2 months, the company ultimately lost. According to the ruling, they had to compensate me based on the 2N formula. At first, they refused to pay, planning to just default on the debt. I immediately applied to the court for enforcement, and only then did I get the money. I heard that because they were having cash flow problems, part of this compensation money was paid using funds set aside for employee salaries. Since the year-end bonuses were so delayed, the employees were already full of complaints. Now, with the addition of late salaries and the new 007 overtime policy, the atmosphere in the entire company was very tense. It felt like a major conflict could erupt at any second. By this point, I had completely burned my bridges with my former company. I even heard that manager Zhang was actually using his connections in the architecture industry to spread bad rumors about me, saying I was a slacker, disloyal, and dishonest. He painted me as an absolute villain, seriously damaging my reputation. I guess he thought that by doing this, I would never be able to find a job in the local design industry again. Little did he know, the very day I received my termination letter, I started working at my family's company. And I specifically requested to be in charge of this new hotel project. On my first day, I told the project manager to call all the project team members to the site office for a meeting. The project office was in a temporary prefabricated building next to the construction site. Lu ran, ignoring the sand and mud, showed up in stilettos and a sexy, tight-fitting skirt, still following Manager Zhang, who had personally escorted her. I had driven straight from home today, so I arrived earlier than the other colleagues. Oh, little Wang. The two of them probably never expected to run into me wearing a hard hat outside the building. Well, the great architect Wang couldn't make it in the design world anymore? Did you get a job as an assistant at a construction company, or did you come to our site to haul bricks? Lu Ran also had a smug smile on her face, but her thick concealer still couldn't hide the exhaustion from her dark circles. I bet that airhead had been pulling a lot of all-nighters these past 2 months. I heard from the company receptionist that Manager Zhang had paid a fortune to hire an outside team for her. They outsourced the design revisions for the drawings as a side job. This is a common practice in the industry, layer upon layer of subcontracting. But in our project contract, it was a clear violation. When I found out, I laid low, but I already had a plan in my mind. If you beg us nicely, we might even put in a good word for you construction folks to the client, or maybe let a little profit slip your way. I looked at him like he was a complete idiot. My stare must have stung him. Irrelevant people should leave immediately. This is a meeting place for the client and the design team. This is not the place for you. You're lowering the standards. I thought to myself, I'm only wearing sportswear because it's convenient for the construction site. What made them so sure I was a construction worker? Do I really look that down to earth? I ignored them, but Lu Ran blocked the doorway, refusing to let me in. Mud leg like you thinks you're worthy of entering a place like this? Just then, the other colleagues for the meeting arrived. The one leading them was project manager Lu Qi. Manager Zhang quickly put on a smile and went to greet him. Manager Lu, you must be exhausted, coming all this way in this cold weather. Lu Qi glanced at me standing by the door, and then I heard Lu Ran snap at me again. Wang Luo, are you that clueless? Can't you see the client's leadership is here? Get out of the way. Someone from the construction company better come deal with your employee, making a mess of things here. Manager Wang, we just took a look around the construction site. We noticed a few issues. Let's discuss them during the meeting. Just smiled, led the way to the conference room, and sat right down at the head of the table. Manager Zhang and Lu Ran were completely dumbstruck. Lu Qi, aren't the designers planning on joining the meeting? Why are they just standing out there? Let's not waste any more time. Manager Wang has another meeting soon. Jolted back to their senses, Manager Zhang and Lu Ran hurried inside. They found some empty seats in the corner and sat down. Judging by the looks on their faces, you'd think they'd just eaten crap. And from how pale they were, you could tell they were genuinely terrified. I even saw Manager Zhang secretly pinch his own arm. He winced in pain. As the meeting began, Lu Qi gave me a formal introduction. I am Qin Zhonglei, the group vice president sent from headquarters to oversee this project. From now on, all important matters concerning this project, including progress payments, will require my personal approval. I heard a sharp gasp from the corner. I glanced over. Manager Zhang's face turned several shades paler. Beads of sweat were forming on his forehead. I cut right to the chase. I immediately threw the latest project management plan on the table. This is something I put together in my spare time over the past 2 months while I was fighting for my rights. Every single clause has been carefully revised. Lu Qi, please go over the issues you found during the site inspection. Aside from some issues that are the construction team's responsibility, there were quite a few others that were caused by incomplete drawings from the design firm. Although Lu Qi is a strict manager, he doesn't have a background in drafting. He went straight into design management after graduating, so his grasp of the technical details is somewhat limited. Fortunately for me, when it comes to all the design drawings from my old firm, I know every potential technical issue like the back of my hand. I slammed the design firm's latest set of drawings down on the table. I want an explanation from the head of the design firm. The issues with your latest drawings. I've gone through them and found nearly 100 problems, both large and small. I've circled every single one. Manager Zhang, having been called out, was sweating buckets, not knowing where to even begin. Let our project lead. Let her explain it to you. Lu Ran, you explain this. Pushed forward by him, Lu Ran just stammered, I. She couldn't get a single word out. Even the project supervisors sitting nearby started to look anxious. Now Manager Zhang was staring at the approval column on the drawings, right where his own seal was stamped. There was no way for him to shift the blame. He must be bitterly regretting cheating on his exam to become a registered architect when he doesn't even have the basic skills to review a drawing. He only got his position by pushing out his original partner, the one who was actually talented. After enjoying this little show long enough, I brought the hammer down. Since the project lead is unable to provide an explanation, then we'll conclude that these are the design firm's errors. The design firm will bear the primary responsibility. Any costs incurred for the resulting rework will be deducted from your design fees. Take good notes. This deduction will cost at least several $100,000. Does Director Zhang have any other brilliant ideas? No, none at all. I suggest everyone here starts paying attention. We don't carry dead weight on this project. If you can do the work, do it. If you can't, then get lost. I wonder if Director Zhang and Lu Ran were sweating bullets. From then on, I was going to make their lives even more exciting. Ever since they found out I was the vice president of L Group, they've been trying every channel possible to invite me to dinner. But I've been played for a fool once. I won't be a second time. Quality issues. I didn't give them a single chance. Because of the quality issues, I made a point of overseeing the corrections for those quality issues. The design team was recently summoned by Lu Qi to be stationed at the construction site, making changes to the drawings on the fly. The drawings from the past 2 months, in particular, had to be redrawn more than a dozen times. Every time they submitted the drawings, thinking they were finally acceptable, I would always manage to find a problem and send them back to be revised. And every single time, demanded that Lu Ran come and personally explain to me why this elevation mark was still wrong. Lu Ran was forced to live in the on-site dormitory, and she lost all her previous refinement. The excessive all-nighters left her groggy and dazed, and you could see how drained she was. The toll it took on her was plain to see. I bet she regretted it to death. She probably wished she just stayed a decorative trophy employee who got by on connections. But no, she insisted on being the technical lead and suffering like an ordinary person. Little Lu, what's with this proposal? This is the 20th version. Is this the best you can do? Weren't you educated overseas? If your team can't produce a satisfactory plan, I'm replacing all of you. It's so hard to find a job these days. Director Wang, we'll revise it again. We promise we'll revise it until you're satisfied. Then, could you consider our payment? The delay in payment has held up the construction schedule. I haven't even started to hold you accountable for that. The next day, she finally didn't show up. I heard she took an extended sick leave. She also took the opportunity to file a complaint against me at headquarters. I just laughed when I got the call from my aunt tipping me off. For the group's 10th anniversary celebration, I had someone send an invitation to our partners at the design firm. A few invitations were sent out. Let the show begin. On the day of the celebration, sure enough, Director Zhang and Lu Ran arrived together. Well, looks like team leader Lu has recovered. Now that you're better, you should hurry back to the project. She looked as if she had seen a ghost. The color instantly drained from her face. Director Zhang was also a bit panicked to see me, though he put on a forced smile. He was probably wondering if the complaint against me had any effect. The host made a grand introduction, as the group's CEO, President Luo, took the stage. Who also happens to be my aunt. After my aunt gave a speech on behalf of headquarters, she parted the crowd and deliberately walked right up to me, asking me for the first dance. How about a dance? Oh, Auntie. I'm sorry, but L Group belongs to the Wang family. By the way, what was my name again? Next time, before you file a complaint against me, do yourself a favor and find out where my name comes from, will you? 3 days later, Mr. Zhang's company received a legal notice from our group. It clearly listed all the errors and omissions in the blueprints since Lu Ran took over the project, as well as an itemized list of the massive rework costs it caused. It also included evidence of Mr. Zhang bribing our project's vice president for personal gain. Given that they had seriously violated the contract originally signed by both parties by subcontracting work multiple times and causing major technical issues, we could no longer continue our partnership. This resulted in significant project delays, so Party A, as stipulated in the contract, sued for an astronomical amount in damages. After the court's ruling, the original company immediately went bankrupt due to the massive settlement. The office was swarmed with debt collectors every day, and the executives didn't dare to go out. Forget about finding other jobs. As the legal representative, Mr. Zhang went to prison. Wu Ran also fled at the first chance he got, but I heard that whenever he tried to find a job at any design firm, they all rejected him. They knew he was the genius who brought down his own relative's large company. I often think, if I were just a regular employee, how hopeless I would feel when faced with such blatant injustice. But I guess everyone has been young, been naive, and foolishly poured their heart into something. No matter what, it's always better to wise up sooner rather than later. Only by letting go of the wrong things can you meet the right ones.